MTS Aviation Models is one of the premier model aircraft stores in the United States. From the largest InFlight200 selection out there, to many rare Gemini200s, to kit models, this store is a model aircraft collector's dream. In this video, I'll bring you along as we check out this outstanding model aircraft storefront. So let's go ahead and get started, everybody. Welcome everybody to MTS Aviation Models in Dayton, Ohio on this beautiful spring afternoon. MTS Aviation Models is located on the east side of Dayton, Ohio. I'm so excited to see what this model aircraft store is all about, and I hope you are as well. So let's go ahead and get inside, everybody. And welcome everybody to MTS Aviation Models, one of the premier model aircraft stores in the United States. I really hope each and every one of you are excited for today's video, as today we break down the full store with all these diecast model aircraft and so many really cool models here to take a look at today. This is absolutely paradise on earth for any model aircraft collector, and I'm so excited to bring you along for the journey today. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started, everybody. So first and foremost, here's what the outside looks like. MTS Aviation Models is located in Dayton, Ohio at the address of 1277 North Fairfield Road, which is on the east side of Dayton, Ohio, if you didn't know that. So really excited to visit this model aircraft store. Only my third one, as I've visited two airplane shops before, and I am super excited to see what MTS Aviation Models is all about. It fit in perfectly into the Dayton Cincinnati excursion, if you will, and I'm really excited to take a look at this, and I hope each and every one of you are as well. So outside's looking great. MTS Aviation Models also has an Instagram too, so feel free to check that out as well. But nevertheless, I'll talk a little bit more about MTS Aviation Models and so on once we get to the end, because we have so many aircraft to take a look at here, and I know all of you are very excited for this. So let's not waste any further time and go ahead and get inside, everybody. So here we go. So I'll kind of give you an outline of what the storefront looks like and through these pictures, and then you kind of get to put it all together with later pictures. So when you walk in, you have some glass cabinets on the left, which exhibits their huge, absolute incredible selection of 1-200 aircraft. I believe, to my knowledge, MTS Aviation Models is the distributor for these InFlight200 aircraft, and as a result, they have plenty of them. So here we have a variety of those, and also some Gemini200s here as well. It is so cool to get to see all of these lined up here in these beautiful glass cabinets. It looks absolutely fantastic, as you can see here. So we have a wide variety of United States carriers along with some internationals too. Any aircraft from a SkyWest CRJ-700 to a British Airways 747-200, you can certainly find in this cabinet. So it looks absolutely terrific, and you can see all these amazing offerings. Some that really catch my eye are the Delta L-1011, the American 333, the Herart here United 757, those older British Airways liveries. We also have the Eastern 757 down there. The SkyWest also looks really good. So certainly plenty of amazing offerings in there, to say the least. And then you can see on the right side, we also have a awesome collection of Hobbymaster aircraft. They also carry a very large selection of Hobbymaster aircraft, and we'll take a look at those here in a moment. So overall, looking really good here for this initial frame. There's certainly a bunch going on, and this store is loaded. So definitely integrate a couple hours if you do plan to visit, if you do love looking around at all the various aircraft and whatnot, because there's certainly so much going on here. But as you can tell, beautiful selection of aircraft. They all look absolutely fantastic right here, to say the least. So really great to get to see that right there. The next picture that we're going to take a look at here is the back wall. So when you walk in, this is the kind of checkout desk, but on the back wall they have a huge, absolutely ginormous selection of Gemini200 aircraft. So as you can see right here, we have a wide selection of aircraft, including some of the newer releases like the Southwest Colorado ones. Also, this visit was in May of 2023, so keep that in mind for some of these releases. You got Lone Star 1, California 1, Freedom 1, a variety of Alaska aircraft. You got some Uniteds, and then you got, American Astrojet in there. So a wide variety. But not only that, we do have a really cool selection of some older releases found in here too. So I'm not sure how well of a job this picture will show it, but as you can see, somewhere in here, you're going to find that we have a United L-1011, which is pretty tough to find. Somewhere down there, and hopefully I get a better shot of it here in a moment, there was an American Chrome 767. The 767-200 was down there, I believe, and also a Lufthansa 747-8. So they certainly had a wide array of Gemini200 selections here. As you can tell, this picture also captures some other cool items that they have in here, like the Top Gun. I believe that's the movie case right there, or some sort of Top Gun related item. So that's quite nice. You can also see over there on the right hand side where we have some Hobbymaster boxes on the very back wall. So overall, that all looks really good, and it's super cool to get to see all these. So we'll get another view of this here in a moment, but just want to give you the full outline, and then we'll kind of get back into some particular details on our second round of pictures here. This picture kind of shows the front half of their 1-400 case, which is a little bit less than their 1-200 offerings with regards to the quantity. However, I believe they have picked this up as of recent years, so that's really exciting. So as you can see right here, we do have a wide variety of brands and aircraft here. There are some really cool gems. You can find like a Nidell 1011 in there. We have some Southwest Maryland 1s in there too. And then, you know, just some Concords and some other cool aircraft too. Really wide selection. So you got some NGs, some Geminis, you got quite a few Dragon Wings, quite a few Phoenix. So certainly a nice variety of aircraft right here. And ultimately, this looks really good too. So certainly glad to get to see all these right here. And they certainly all looking fantastic right here, to say the least. And again, we'll come back for a little bit more of an in-depth analysis here in a minute, but just wanted to give the full overview of the store. So again, this is looking back. You see that light right there. That's the front door. So the glass cabinet we looked at first was on the right hand side of that, and then you see this little glass cabinet that I think we get a better shot here in the moment. And then you're going to start seeing that we have all these various rows here that will start to go down. So here's the beautiful Antonov 225. A little foreshadowing here, as I would buy this the following month, so that's quite awesome. So didn't have any expectation of doing that, but as you can see right here, here's the Antonov 225 looking great there, both 1-400 and 1-200 right there. We also have the absolutely beautiful Lockheed C5 in Super Galaxy. This is quite a unit of an aircraft, as you can see right here with regards to its scale. It's absolutely ginormous and it looks super good. I definitely want to get one of these sometime, whether it's 1-400 or 1-200, but absolutely gorgeous aircraft right there, and it looks super nice. So that's certainly really cool to get to see right there. And then here's a better shot of our 1-400 offering. So as you can tell right here, this is a much heavier Gemini jet selection here. So we do have a nice variety of newer releases and older releases. So you can see right here, we got some 747 interactives. We got some flaps down 777s. We have a variety, you know, like the Lufthansa cargos, Eastern right there. You got UPS aircraft, and it's kind of categorized by the aircraft type and whatnot. Then as you can see, we get over to the right hand side a little bit, and we do start to find some more older Gemini jet selections also at the bottom right there. So you see a Delta widget 727s on there. We got a Piedmont 732, a variety of aircraft on the bottom shelf right there. You can see we have some of the older releases right there. There's a KLM way down there. I see some newer ones over there on the left too. Those are actually kind of older, like the Air Canada Toothpaste 777. So there's certainly some gems in here. I don't know if these are acquired through collection sales or exactly how these are acquired here at MTS Aviation Models. However, it's certainly nice to see how great the variety is. There on top row as well, you can see there's some really cool aircraft too. We got an Eastern Hockey Stick 727, an Eastern 75, United DC 821, among others, a Song 75. So there's certainly a really good selection on this main shelf here that we're looking at. On the left, you can see we have some others like some Pan Ams and whatnot. And then on the right, as you can tell, we see some other really cool aircraft, including the Etihad triples. I think those are triples, I can't see, but Phoenix releases no matter what. I got some, I think those might be KLM 74s and some others over there. So certainly a great selection. And you can see some of the quantities are also really high on these, which is quite nice. So certainly a really good picture here. And that is looking really good with all the various offerings that we're finding right there. Here's the top side of that shelf. So as you can see here, kind of continuing from the Song 75, you can see you got some Republics there, a Delta 75 Colors in Motion, another Delta 727, Southwest 732, Lufthansa 748, and then getting on to the top, you can see we have some newer offerings that are really great, like the United Max 8, Iceland Air Max 8, some various Southwest aircraft, Song 75 for Delta, so some nice pieces put up here too. A Piedmont 727, Flagship Valor, a Western 707, Allegiant A319, Air Canada 220. So as you can tell, certainly a very nice variety. Also peep the Concorde there for British Airways on the top. That is really cool. So definitely awesome. Get to check out all these various aircraft that we have here. And as you can tell, the selection is certainly really nice. So that's certainly awesome to get the note right there. And then as you can see right here, MTS Aviation Models is also known for their outstanding kit model selection, which obviously isn't too much of my forte, but I certainly want to expand in this realm because you can see some really cool offerings here. I'll just point out a couple that really stand out to me. There's some various A4E Skyhawks there. We have some other military prop and also some biplanes that look really cool throughout there in that middle row. So that's quite nice. There's the B-52H with the I'm forgetting the net back there. That's really cool. The A-26B Invader looks very cool. So certainly a nice variety there. And then on the back wall, you can certainly see some really cool ones. There are some nice airliners that squeak in there too. So you can see on the back wall, there's some DC-9s. There's a DC-10 at the very top and some others. I'm not sure if I get a better picture here, but you certainly can see quite a nice variety right here. So overall, it looks really good. So I'm going to go ahead and play the video clips that I have to kind of break it up a little bit. And then we'll jump into the pictures with a little bit more of an in-depth analysis for them. So let's go ahead ahead and jump into those video clips followed by the in-depth analysis through these pictures.
Eastern Hockey Stick 727. Home of MFlight200. I saw a couple.
Alrighty, everybody, and here we go for the second round of pictures here. And as you can tell, we are just now starting to scratch the surface here for these in-flight offerings, and here they are right here. So as you can tell, InFlight200 is just a prominent heaven here at MTS Aviation Models. So I'd recommend moving the Dayton if you do love picking these up on the rig, because as you can tell, they are everywhere. So you can see we have a great selection and variety of aircraft here. Cathay 350, Cathay 74, you got the Lufthansa 74, the Orbit 74, you got Singapore 350, Singapore 74, Air Canada's everywhere, Hawaiians, Virgin Atlantic, 330, 789. So as you can tell, it is a very, very, very heavy selection here, and there's certainly some really cool ones. So really awesome to get to see all these boxes put together. It is so, so cool. A little out of my budget here, I would say, but certainly really great to get to see all these. So that's certainly absolutely awesome right there, to say the least. So just take a look and really take it in right here. This is quite awesome, to say the least, right here. This is really, really sweet. And then here's a really cool picture, just to really put a depth perception on. I decided to take a picture with them, but as you can tell right here, you can really see how crazy the selection is right here. But anyways, taking a look at the actual models right there, you can see some TWA DC9s. We got some Eastern DC9s, got, you know, some other European offerings like the Italia 321, SAS 321. Then you got some lands there. Continental, British Airways over there, and then here's a really nice selection of British Airways on top in both the Landor and I think there's a couple of Negus up there too, so certainly nice to get to see all of those. Really great variety. And then you can see at the bottom you got the Air Force 707 right there, which is really cool. The Etihad, I forget what that livery is called, of course, but yes, really great to see that. You can also see some planes on the ceiling back there. So overall, really cool to get to see all this. There's certainly plenty going on right here, to say the least, and it looks really great. So that's really cool to get the breakdown. Also, feel free to pause the video if you want to look at any particular aircraft. I'm trying to sequence the pictures to where you can kind of take a look, and then I can kind of give you my thoughts too. Here's a really nice selection of 747s. We got KLM, TWA, Pan Am. Look at that Clipper Storm King nose. That is crazy. You got Landor, and then some more British Airways, and even a couple of two sides there on the box. There's some 747 SPs, got some Continental DC-10s as we get back there to US Airways Navy 330, and some really cool KC-46s over there that look really nice, even at E3 over there, which is really cool. You can really see in this picture as well, the background, there's all those Hobmasters on the wall. We'll get a little bit better of a shot that here in a moment. All the Gemini Jets boxes, which looks super cool as well. And this is on the far corner of the store at the back right when you're walking in. You can see back there the Gemini200 boxes again. So overall, some really great offerings, and this looks really great right here. Very cool to get to see all these. That's really nice. Here we go back to the wall. Here's a vertical shot of some really great offerings on a that same wall that we were at with that picture that you just saw. Here we go for some Varig aircraft. You got some Lufthansa 330s. You got Oasis Hong Kong, Cathay Pacific Asiana. Really good military selection in there on that second row. Then you got some other 707s throughout here, and Eastern 727s in there now. So certainly a really nice variety here. Really good A&A selection. I don't think these are really categorized by any way. I think they're just thrown onto the shelf, which might be the best, honestly. So all this is looking very good, and certainly really glad to get to know all of what's going on right here. This looks really great. How can I not take a picture of all these American 757s? I do have mine on the shelf right now, which I didn't get it from MTS, unfortunately, but still cool to get to know all these. You got the one without winglets. Got Delta 321. I really thought about getting that from J Fox Saturday. Thank you. I did not pull the trigger just because of how expensive it was, but I really did think about it. You got some other various cool offerings, DHLs over there on the left. So really great shot right here to get to feature all these aircraft, and ultimately looking very good with these right here. The back wall is really cool. You got some really cool tweezers and other various pieces. I think that's more for the kit models, but I'm sure you could find a way to use them when repairing or reassembling model aircraft here in the 1 to 400 and 1 to 200 scale. So really cool that those are offered. I think there's some books right there, which are really cool. I did not get a chance to look through that. If I get a chance to go back, which, speaking of going back, I definitely want to, because MTS Aviation Models recently had a fantastic expansion to their storefront. It looked like they added some real estate with it. So definitely want to go back and check that out here in the near future. We'll see if that's a possibility here at some point, but absolutely really cool to get to note all that. So what I was going to say was, if I do get a chance to go back, which hopefully I will, I'll definitely check out that next time. You can see all the really cool JC Wings 1-200 offerings. You got a British Airways World Cargo 74, Starlux 350 right there. Got some JC Wings 737s there, so that's really nice. Got some other really cool cargo aircraft there on the top between Airbridge Cargo, Cathay Pacific, Air Hong Kong DHL. So really great to get to see all those, even some American Airlines aircraft slipping in there, some more Orbit 747s. So really cool. Also got some unique aircraft in the glass case back there that are for sale, so that's really cool. Also still in the middle section here of the store on the right hand side, you can see the 1 to 400 wall right there, so that kind of gives you an idea. I wish I had a diagram, but unfortunately I don't, so I apologize. Here is the back wall over here. This is, I'm trying to think of exactly where this is in the store too, but nevertheless you can see a wide selection of Hobbymaster aircraft, including some EV8Bs, you got some EA6Bs, got some other really cool offerings. Sorry that the picture angle is kind of tough to see the boxes, but honestly, the Hobbymaster boxes are tough to see. Anyway, I think we got some F5s down there, F16s, so every aircraft you want military is certainly here, the case in point for sure. Looks really great, and I'm certainly glad to get to see all of these right here. They are absolutely fantastic. Okay, this picture is took from one of the rows here. You can see some more really cool offerings. I think it's the back row from the Delta 321 row that you can see right here. So you can see we have some really cool Hobmasters, some F14s, got some Red 31s, I think. That's really cool, and some other MiGs and some really cool aircraft here too. You can see how great the selection is here, and certainly not lacking any variety to say the least. So that's certainly really cool. So glad you can see all those. Should have did a better job looking at these boxes too to see exactly what's going on here. I'll definitely check that out if I'm able to go back next time. Really great to get to see all those right there. Oh shoot, my bad, went way too fast. This is a really cool row. Now this is looking back on the 1 to 200 lineup right in front of it, in fact, and you can see here's some American 757s, Delta 321s on both sides. Then you got some more Hobmasters throughout down here on the left. On the right row, you can see here got some other cool offerings. I'm not exactly sure what they are. I think they're more militaries, so that's really great to get to see right there. That picture was kind of tough. This one's a little bit better here. So this looks on that left row that I was just showing you. So as you can see right here, you got some various, I'm trying to see the pictures. They're kind of tough to see, but I think we got some like I'm trying to see exactly what these are. I think they might be MiGs, but I can't really tell. You do have the Gemini Jets Aces over here in the middle too, which is really cool. So really cool to see these. I believe this is the first run that they did. So those are some really rare aircraft right there. On top, we got some Concords, some British Airways aircraft here, Qatar. You got some Delta wide bodies, 350s it appears. And then, you know, really cool piece like the old Hawaiian livery sticking out right there, and some others. You got some DC-10s right here it appear. So definitely a really nice assortment of aircraft right here. That's really awesome. Down here, you got some F-16, some other various military pieces like I was talking about. These all look really nice, so glad to see those. And then here in the middle here, you can see that row that we were talking about earlier, so that's really nice to get to know, and more Hobmaster throughout, because why not? This picture's not as good, so I apologize, but nevertheless, you got some, and feel free to go back and pause the video clips. I think the clarity was a little bit better than those. But you can see here, you got some other various offerings here that look super good, like the Hawker Hawk, I can't see exactly what that says, a little fuzzy, F-16, F-18, F-14, so F-1 or F-14D, so definitely some really great variants. You got the C-17s up here, got a Korean 7-4, the what's the word I'm looking for? The concept livery there for the new Air Force One. You got all these other various aircraft back here and interactives and flaps down. So that's really great to get to see right there. This picture was really cool behind the front desk. So let's see. Is that my Americans? Yeah, there's the American 7.6. I knew that was there. Blue Tulip United 7.6. So this bottom shelf here, this is all the new releases on top. The bottom here has some older ones. That might have been American 7.5. Can't really see it from here. American 7.5 One Worlds right there. Continental 735, I believe that is. Really cool. Delta CR9, the original one, I think. TWA 727. Got a Dreamlifter down there. There's the Luton 748. Prices were all really reasonable and all that, and definitely really cool. Again, just couldn't take the chance to get them. And also, you just need to ask if you are wondering what the price is on some of these. So that's really cool. And then you got some various notes with some new arrivals and whatnot. So moving stock there, looking really cool. That's absolutely awesome. Here's another really good picture here. Really looking at the whole row. I think the top shelf got a little fuzzed out of the previous shots. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Some 1400 CRJ, I think those were Deltas. Got a Breeze up here. Looks like we got some SkyWest houses maybe, or I can't, it's kind of tough to see. Some more houses right here. Air Canada Retro 220. You have some Eastern 7.5s over here, some KLM flaps down, Hawaiian A321 Neo, Qantas Link up there on top, which is really cool. There's that really cool DC-3, the airline slips my mind right now. Among others, there's an Alaska 175 a couple times. So certainly a really great selection up here. Air Force One also hanging out. So really glad to get to see all these offerings. Certainly really cool. You can also see a Lufthansa 747. So all that's looking very good and definitely a really great shot right there. Here's a side profile of those 1-400s again, so you can see the Antonovs there on the top, among some others. There's also a nice selection of various other types of models over here on the back wall, so that's really cool. On the south side of the store, which is a right-hand turn when you walk in immediately. You can see here we have some really cool aircraft. I think all of these I've described at some point. Here's another shelf of 1-400s I didn't get a very good picture of, but as you can see, I think they were mainly Aero Classics. So I think like the Delta 732 is right here among a couple others. So very cool to see the do stock Aero Classics. That is certainly really nice. Here's some other offerings like the tie that I was talking about. I'm trying to see if there's any others. This Lufthansa 742 cargo is really cool. Got a Qantas 747-400. That's fantastic. And a National 747 Coletta. So all these look really great, and certainly glad to get to see all these right here. We got a really nice selection right there, so that's really cool. I did get a little bit better picture here of the side profile of this side. So we got a good picture here, and then a couple that I missed through here. We got the UPS 767, got some Air Canada 7.6s, the Delta 330 by Aero Classics, American Astrojet 752, we got the Zelton 11. So definitely some really great additions here, and they look really good. And then here's the glass cabinet once again, and then this is where the back wall is, where the 1-200. So here's the 1-200s they had up top. InFlight200s, it's stole the show here for the most part. So you can see like the Lufthansa 79, Lufthansa 744, British Airways 351,000, some KC-10s. Really great offerings here. British Airways, you got the Emirates 380s. So ultimately, some really great offerings up here on top. Aer Lingus, Lufthansa KLM. So really awesome that they have all this stock. So you can see how awesome it is. Here's some great displays here of all the models on top. Emirates, Air New Zealand, Old Livery, Pan Am, Lufthansa 789. Really cool C5, I believe. You got the C17 and some other really cool military offerings. So really cool to get to see all those right there, and they look really nice. Here's a better shot of that cabinet here. So going down, you see all these Lufthansas. That 747 is really cool. You got the Fire 74. You got the Dreamlifter and the Beluga. Those are really cool right next to each other, along with the accessory kit. Then you got some really cool smaller military aircraft. You got the B-52, KC-10. So ultimately some really, really great aircraft right here, and they all look really nice. So that's really cool to get to see right there.
The best assortment of Inflight 200 models I have ever and will ever see. Absolutely ridiculous. They do not end. Look at that.
Alrighty, welcome back everybody. So here we go once again for this beautiful cabinet. Of course, you got the airliners on the right and the military on the left. I'm not sure what I left off talking about, but nevertheless, a wide variety of aircraft, and all this is looking really nice. Love the how it's all categorized, kind of. So that's really cool. Love the Air Forces, and then of course we got some E3s down there and some other various aircraft, even KC-10s. So great variety here in these cabinets, and like I was talking about, really excited to go back and see the expansion, see what the new cabinets look like. I believe they got some new cabinets. Looking forward to that. That should be really awesome. Here's a really nice side profile of some InFlight200s. You can see the Gemini200s there in the back. And then you got the InFlight200s over here on our side, so you can see a wide variety of aircraft. I believe we briefly already looked at this picture, so I won't go too far into it once again, but nevertheless, some really cool ones. Just making sure I didn't miss any crazy ones that were really good when we looked at the first time. Not seeing any that immediately catch my eye. So really great assortment. Here's an America 707. There's the one, and some Iceland Airs with some various colors on the tails. Overall, looking very good for all of those airframes, and that is quite nice right there. So definitely glad to get to see those as well. And this is the profile from looking on the side over here on the other side of this row. So you can see a bunch of really cool aircraft. You see the American Polish, the logo in front of us right there. It's really cool. But anyway, for the profile over here, looking at these InFlight200s, we got some various A350s, Qatar One World, South African, the XWB, got some various cargo aircraft, got the Qantas 747, got an American 76, and some other various offerings over there. So that's really cool. And then a really unique Japan box right there. Those are all scattered throughout, so that's really cool. And some other really cool aircraft too, just seeing if any catch my eye. You know, Singapore 75, Aer Lingus 75, some of those. So certainly a great selection there, and that's really cool. Hawaiian Elton 11, it appears down there in the middle on the bottom, and even an American chrome aircraft of sorts. So overall really cool. People Express 747-100, even in a Flying Tigers aircraft too. So certainly really cool to see that. And then over here on the left, you got an Electra right there. I think you got some 1-400s scattered in there maybe on those red boxes. So pretty interesting there. And some more kits back there too. So all of this is looking really good here in this picture. Here's another picture that we already looked at, I believe. Did I get on? Or that's another picture. I took this one again, I'm pretty sure. The angle looks slightly different because you can see the KC-10s here. I'm not sure why I took this angle twice, but you can see you got the American 707 this time, so that's really cool. All the rest of this is the same, I believe, so sorry for a couple of duplicate pictures, but they all look really good. I know for sure this picture isn't a duplicate, luckily, as this was on the counter here. You can see some really cool offerings. I'll start at the top. You got some 4Cs and 75s, the British 74s, KLM, got some Aegeon A380s, some C5s, the Antonovs, the American 787s. I believe these were new releases at the time, so that's really cool. And then you got the those were definitely new releases there on the table, so that was really nice there. So really cool to get to see those and some other very cool aircraft. And then on the bottom, you can see we have some other older offerings as well. TWA and Eastern Elton 11s look very good. You got the Star Wars 737 in the back right there, which is really cool. TWA 767, which is awesome as well. They also do offer some plane tags. So there's an F-48, a B-52, and I'm not sure what the top one is, but all of those look fantastic. So really cool to get to note all of those, and even these in-flights over here with the Continental 74 and a Virgin Atlantic 740 even. So that's really cool. And here's a side profile here. So another really cool shot. And this really does a good job showing you the glass cabinets here. So back there on the back, you got the what am I saying? Behind the desk here, you can see where we have various Gemini200s that I was showing you earlier. Then you got all the bottom cabinets that I showed you pictures of briefly previously. And then you get some more of those aircraft over here on the left that got cut out of that first picture that I was just showing you behind there. So you got the United 747, some Royal Jordanian. What's that top airline? Can't see what the box is. Alitalia, I think. Very interesting. Along with some, I think, a Flying Tiger over there, Air India. And then you can see the checkout area over there on the far left, the Gemini Jets hangars, and some other various aerospace pieces on display in that glass cabinet all the way over there on the far left. So a bunch going on here, to say the least. I have no idea why I was taking this picture. Oh, maybe I was trying to see what was going on down here. I think maybe that's why. Anyways, though, it looks like we got some Eastern offerings down there, so that's really great. A 737-200 looks really good. An AirTran 737-700 then on the top. A bunch going on. Here's some foreshadowing. This Azul 330, I actually ended up buying this at Oshkosh. They did take it there. I ended up buying it there, but it's in this picture, which is so funny. So my model that I bought 2 months later is in this picture because I saw that exact aircraft at Orlando 2 days after this picture was took. So certainly really cool foreshadowing. I didn't know I had this picture. So I did buy that Azul, that exact one. It is in my collection. It's in my room right here right now. So that's really cool that I have my own aircraft in this picture, and I ended up buying it 2 months later. Oh, how the world works sometimes. So that's really cool. At the Air Lingus 330 right here in the older livery in the National 330-200. I still can't believe that Azul. That's hilarious. That aircraft is mine now. That's absolutely hilarious. That's so funny. Our last picture, last but certainly not least, this is a really cool shot here at the back. I'm not sure if the expansion comes in this area, but as you can see right here, we have some great offerings with the picture here on the wall with the C-130, and you can see all these Gemini200s back there. It's kind of hard to make out the boxes, but still great. You got some British Airways 747 and an E380. What a great lineup. And some other really cool ones, you know, kind of just a little storage area, it seems like. So that's really great to see. It all does look really good. The wall models all look really cool. Certainly a bunch of really cool action going on here. And yeah, that is MTS Aviation Models. So again, I really hope all of you enjoy this. I'll do a refreshed video once I go back, so I look very forward to that, and I really hope each and every one of you are looking forward to that as well. Overall, I had a great time. MTS Aviation Models is a great place to pick up, especially 1-200s, but any sort of models that you're interested in. So definitely check them out. Again, Dayton, Ohio, and I can get the address here for all of you real quick. It is 1277 North Fairfield Road, and that is on the east side of Dayton. So definitely check that out as well. And I would highly recommend pairing it with the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force. That is about 10 minutes up the road there at that Air Force Museum. It is super, super cool. The ultimate Dayton day trip. I can't recommend it enough. It was an absolute blast. So check out that video if you're curious with the Air Force Museum. It is super cool, and it's the perfect aviation activities, I should say, for Dayton, Ohio, out of all places in the United States, but certainly packs a punch, as you can see right here, and I can't recommend it enough. So overall, really great time. Can't recommend it enough. Really excited to go back hopefully sometime and check out all the new inventory and what's going on, and of course the expansion. I look very forward to it. I hope each and every one of you are as well. We have more model store videos on the way. I think the next one will probably be in, I think it's going to be, I'm thinking it's probably going to be Canada, but we'll see. I need to double check on all that. Nevertheless, I look forward to sharing that all with you, and I really hope each and every one of you are excited for it. MTS Aviation Models, thank you so much. Great store. Can't recommend enough, and they are doing a great job. Check out their social medias, and I'm really excited to see what's to come for MTS Aviation Models. But nevertheless, that'll do for today's video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.